Hi guys, and welcome to my channel, Changing Phases Tarot. So happy to have you here with me today. Now today's reading is an extended weekend reading, focusing on the energies surrounding us during the weekend of December 14th through the 16th, 2018. For the reading, I will be using the Sun and Moon Tarot deck by Vanessa Decort, and I will also pull an additional oracle card from the Earth Magic deck by Stephen D. Farmer. As I like to remind you, these are general readings, so the messages may or may not resonate with you. The only way to get a truly personalized reading would be to order a private reading from me. If you're interested, all of the information can be found in the description box below this video. All right, so I have already been shuffling off camera, but I will give the decks a few more shuffles here. So Spirit, what do we need to know? What are the energies surrounding us on the weekend of December 14th through the 16th. What are the messages? What do we need to know? Okay, we have cards flying out. Put those there. What are the energies surrounding us? The cards are just all over the place. That's funny. They were not like that when I was shuffling. So we'll do this. And we shall divide the deck. That one was the wrong way around, so we will leave that one out. Okay, that looks more like it. Nice. Okay. And let me just pull from this deck, and then I'll show you the spread. One additional message. What do we need to know? What are the energies surrounding us on the weekend of December 14th through the 16th? One card for the energy of the day. One card. Oh, that one came flying out, so we'll take it. Nice. All right, so we have... So actually, let me lower this just a little bit. There we go. I think you can see the cards better now. Okay. And I think we'll put these as well. So we'll start off with the card in the past position. So this is the energy as we head into the weekend. And we have the High Priestess. So this is number 2 of the Major Arcana. And the High Priestess, she really encourages us to tap into, our intuition, tap into our psychic abilities. She sort of sits, she's the veil between our realm and the hidden realm, right? The spiritual realm. She is associated with the moon, which is why, many times, well, and the subconscious, but the moon in particular, which is why we talk about, pay attention to your dreams. When the High Priestess appears in a reading, you could be having significant dreams around this time, right, as you head into the weekend on Friday, into Saturday. And, it might be a good idea over the weekend just to keep a notebook next to the bed, right? When you wake up in the morning, jot down if there is anything that you can remember from your dream, jot it down. And even if it seems, insignificant at the time, as you move through the weekend, the messages might make sense. They might help you figure something out. And so it is, it's a card about your sort of introspection, this, like listening, really tuning into those hidden messages. And these are messages that come through in, different ways. So, for example, like our dreams, or through, synchronicities, signs, repeating numbers, songs, repeating songs, like hearing the same music sort of over and over, like you turn on your car radio in the morning and it's a song. You go to work and there's the same song playing. Those types of things. Pay attention to what's going on around you when that happens. Pay attention to your own thoughts. Definitely intuition is heightened here with the High Priestess, right? And she's also, in this particular deck, let me hold her up again. You see how she's standing in between the light and the dark pillars, and so we have sort of sun, moon, the light and the dark. So these opposing energies, you know, and so she's able to kind of bring it all together here in order to figure something out. So there might be something that you are trying to figure out this weekend, and again, you need to really tune in, you know, hone in on your intuition and psychic abilities to help you out, to figure something out. What you have in the center of the reading, the Eight of Pentacles, this is a card that speaks of, well, in this particular deck it's called Prudence, but it usually has to do with like working very hard, being very diligent. Sometimes it's referred to as the Apprentice card because it implies that, you know, you've been putting in a lot of effort, a lot of hard work, really, you know, working. This can be working on yourself. This can also be, you know, working, like putting in the effort to sort of improve your skills, right? Sometimes with the Eight of Pentacles, this could be you taking a class, you getting certified in something, so going back to school or to, you know, to get a certification. This could be actually returning to school, so starting up you know, a new program of study here, but it also has to do with just a lot of hard work and effort that you've put into something. And you can see here that the woman, obviously she is, you know, she has worked very hard and she's actually seeing the fruit of her labor here, right? She has all of these hearts. And it's interesting that they're shown as hearts. They're like flowers, but they're hearts, which does kind of make me think, again, sort of working on yourself with this Eight of Pentacles, right? And it does speak of self-discipline, obviously, for you to have, you know, this type of, you know, return on investment. She's actually seeing the fruit of her hard labor. This does take, you know, self-discipline. It does take really, you know, working very hard, being very diligent, keeping your eye on the prize. It's Earth energy, and we have two Earth energy cards here. I'll get to this last one. But, you know, the suit of Earth it's very tangible. It's everything that has to do with things here in the material realm. So the work that we do, the money that we earn, it has to do with our education, our knowledge, our home, family, you know, everything like resources, financial stability, everything here that really has to do with, you know, wealth, security here in the material world. And then we have the Ace of Pentacles heading out of the weekend here, heading into the new week. And this is, you know, this is a beautiful energy. Aces in the tarot are their yes cards. So if there's something that you have been waiting to get an answer on, usually with the ace coming in, you know, there's a positive, an affirmative answer. So a yes to whatever that is. It's also a card of great success. It's sort of the universe extending out this brand new opportunity to you, right? So it can have to do with inner success, but also external success. It can have to do with, you know, seeing your desires after a lot of hard work, actually seeing them come to fruition, right? And as this is Pentacles, it is very tangible. So this isn't, you know, pie in the sky. Oh, I wish this would happen. This would be nice. This is actually, you know, things manifesting. So a brand new beginning, a brand new opportunity. This can be a new job offer. This can be a new way to make money. This can be a new, you know, revenue stream for you. This can be, just, you know, a brand new beginning in something. It could be within a relationship, but it's very, you know, it's very down to earth. There's very practical. It's very tangible. So whatever this, you know, new beginning is, or this new opportunity, it's very good, right? And it does come after this Eight of Pentacles, which is about prudence. So there might be something where you have to be a little more prudent, maybe in the way that you are approaching this new opportunity even. But then we have, as the overall energy, this very exciting Prince of Wands. And this is fire energy, and the suit of Wands, or fire energy, has to do with, it can also have to do with the, you know, the work that we do. It's sort of the day-to-day matters in life, right? And it has to do with, like the energy, the enthusiasm, the heart, all of our excitement, our own determination and drive that we put into doing those things. So it can be, the work that we do. It can also have to do with like creative endeavors, business ventures, creative projects, and then our own creativity as well. With this being a court card, this could be an actual person, right? When we have court cards appearing in a reading, they can be people surrounding us or playing a significant role at this time. If so, this Prince of Wands, this is would be the Knight of Wands in the traditional tarot. So this could be more of a middle-aged fire sign individual. So Leo, Sagittarius, or Aries. Obviously on this card we have the Lion, so possibly a Leo would be the, maybe the most likely, but could be any one of the fire signs. And this person is usually somebody who is very good at going, sort of going out, going after something. If there's a new project or a new opportunity, this is the person to have, because they're just, they're all about going after the new thing, right? And they have the drive and they have the ambition and they have the vision to go after whatever that is. It's a very adventurous type of energy. If this is not an individual, this could just be you taking on the energy of this Prince of Wands as you're dealing with this new opportunity. And it's interesting because in this particular deck he's holding, I'm not sure if you can see it, but he's holding this Phoenix wand. And obviously, Phoenix we associate with transformation, with growth. And it's also interesting that he's in this chariot. This is not how he's usually portrayed, right? Usually the Knight of Wands, he's on a horse. He is, out of all of the knights, the fastest moving, right? Because fire, it flares up very quickly, but it also burns out very quickly. So he is sort of the fastest moving. So he usually goes racing off, the knights, they're the ones who go off after things. They go off on quests. And in this particular deck, he is in a chariot, which, brings to mind the Chariot of the Major Arcana, which is a card of success as well. And it's also a card that has to do with, kind of being in control. And he's in control. You see, he's actually guiding the chariot. And so there could be something to do with traveling across land. If so, then, I think that there's a lot of excitement around this. Maybe this new opportunity is at a distance. We also have water here with the High Priestess. There could be something to do with travel or something at a distance from where you are. It might be a little daunting. You might be a little sort of, I'm not sure about that. But then you have this, the courage here of the lion. You have this, determination and courage to go after it. So it's like, even if it is a little, you might feel a little bit unsure. Maybe that's, what you're trying to figure out here. You're trying to kind of make this decision with the High Priestess and figure something out. But then it's like, there is this, you're being sort of cautious, but then ultimately there is this manifestation. It's like it happens. There is this new opportunity. And I think you're just, you really are poised to go after it. Now let's take a look at the lotus flower. Let me get the guidebook for this. I like to read the full meaning for the oracle cards. And we have lotus flower says, let me try to, I didn't want to read the whole, it's quite long. Let me read a little bit about what it says about the lotus flower first, and then I'll give you the message. So it says, the lotus flower sits upon one of its leaves, having risen to the surface as the sun, held in the hand of God, invites it upward to the light. This unique plant is rooted in the mud and muck at the bottom of a body of water, its stem reaching up to the surface where the leaves rest quietly. At night, the flower closes and sinks below the surface, only to rise with the daylight and once again gradually unfold its petals, its stem extending above the waterline 3 feet or more. What we learn from this amazing plant is how our own spiritual path unfolds and opens to the light. then at times gently folds in on itself for a proper rest when the daylight fades. This period is just as necessary as the growth, for it allows the plant to integrate what it has gained in nourishment during the day. It's also just as important that it is rooted, and it has yet another miracle of nature that something so exquisitely beautiful is formed from the mud and silt at the water's bottom. Your spiritual unfoldment is occurring at all times, whether or not you are aware of it. It is inevitable as long as you put your trust in the hands of the Creator, the one who holds the light. Like the lotus, your soul is always reaching for the light to fulfill its karmic destiny, but even in that process, there are periods of darkness and sometimes to rest. It is a natural cycle, one that cannot truly be coerced or halted. It has an innate rhythm of its own, one that is unique to the being that is you. You do not need to strive or be driven by spiritual ambition. It does no good to try to force growth upon yourself or others for that matter. Allowing is the key here. Allow the place in you that naturally wants to follow the light to do so, while recognizing that even when you have complete faith, you will face challenges and occasionally suffering. Your steady faith and love will guide you on your journey of returning to the light. And I'm not sure, I can't remember if I held this card up. I apologize if I didn't. But this is the card. So we have the beautiful picture of the lotus flower and the unfoldment. And it's interesting because we have all the water here, and then we also have that with the high priestess. And this is all about, like I was saying, with the trusting, tuning in, trusting in the messages that you get, trusting in those hunches, that gut feeling, right? Your intuition, trusting in that. And so there could be something here, there is a slight growth occurring, and you do need to trust in this, in the messages that you're receiving. But overall, it looks like a wonderful weekend. We have growth, we have manifestation, we have this exciting energy of this Prince of Wands, just, charging after whatever this new opportunity is. But do pay attention to the signs and synchronicities as you head into the weekend. They could be significant. So those are the messages. I do hope that they have helped you in some way. I thank you for joining me. I look forward to reading for you again, and just know that I'm sending you much peace, love, and light for a wonderful weekend. Bye for now.